streaming live on YouTube. Just put my call sign in the search box, VA3CJZ, and you'll see the live button there. We started a few minutes late today. It's 8:07 p.m. What's the temperature? Oh, 42 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, very good, Flynn. All right, well, I'm glad for you. Congratulations. Anything else to add before we move along?
Just let everybody know that it's raining outside here. I can just start hearing it on the roof here. But anyways, Chuck, I'll let you go. Get everybody going, and I'll be hanging around for a bit. Back to you.
Oh, yeah, the 10-second question. Are you old enough to get a shot yet, or you got to wait a while?
I think I got to wait a little while, but best I can do is, do as they ask, and, that's it. Be cautious.
Absolutely. All right, Flynn. Well, thanks again for stopping in. And, let's see who else is out there wants to stop in the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Taking check-ins. Please come now.
VA3, AXJ.
AXJ. Okay, I heard VA3, AXJ. Anyone else?
VG3 LBI.
All right, I've got VE3LBI as well. Okay, let's go up and say hi to Rick, VA3AXJ. Good evening, Rick.
Good evening, Chuck. How's it going?
Going pretty good, up until I just heard it was raining, but that's okay. Hopefully it'll stop by the time I have to go and take the trash out later. So, other than that, we're just biding our time there, Rick. I'm already thinking about camping in the backyard this year. We're probably not going to be able to go anywhere. Back in February, did you know that they said most of the provincial campsites have been booked already in advance for the summer?
Yeah, we got one booked up north. Don't know exactly where it is. I can't remember, but yeah, damn. I wish. I'm really hoping forward to getting up there and getting a week away. I've been boring here. I'm keeping busy around here, but you got to get a change.
Oh, absolutely, Rick. I agree 100%. I'm the same way. I mean, I can take isolation pretty good and for a long time, but the odd time, it gets to you. You want to do something different. You just want to get away. Sometimes just going for a walk actually helps, believe it or not. So, yeah. Anyways, Rick, you're sounding good, sir. Full strength, good audio. Yeah, right on.
Okay, there, Chuck. We'll let you go, and we'll let somebody else have a go at it. And 7-3s, I guess. Oh, well, it's chicken band talk, but anyhow, Have a good night and a better day tomorrow. We'll catch you later.
Okay, Rick. Before you go, the 10-second question: have you gotten a vaccine shot, and are you planning to? Do you have an appointment? Anything like that?
Well, I'm going to hold off for a little while longer yet and make sure everything's safe. I actually want to wait for the Johnson & Johnson jab. That's only a one-deal thing, but, we'll see what happens. If a doctor calls me, then I might consider it. But I think I'm going to wait a while.
Yeah, I'm in no rush either. I just had back surgeries on Friday there where they cauterized the nerve endings in my spine. And the doctor asked me if I'd gotten my shot yet. And I said, no. And he says, well, don't do it in the next couple of weeks. He says, I just gave you steroids. And we're not sure how that would react with the vaccine. So he said, wait a bit. And I'm like, no problem.
Yeah, you gotta be safe. Okay, Chuck, be safe and be, stay healthy, buddy. We don't want you getting sick. So,
yeah.
Okay, I'll pass the mic back to you, and you can go ahead with your net. I'll try and stick around for a while.
Yeah, sure thing. Stick around. See if you're not doing anything. Okay, Rick, thanks again, sir. VA3AXJ. Next is Larry, VE3LBI. Good evening, Larry. Welcome.
Evening, Chuck. I'm going to pick this up. Art's in there. Is your beam working or no?
Well, it's working, but it's hit and miss trying to get him. I can flip over and see if he's there. I'll give him a shout. I'll switch over to I'll drop and switch over to the directional.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'll speak to him and maybe you can pick him up. VE3KCI, VE3LBI. Go ahead, Art. Yep, Chuck's going to switch over to the beam and see if he can pick you up. You are a little noisy tonight. I'm not too sure why. Someone did mention it was possibly raining. So give me some more audio, Art, and we'll see if Chuck can pick you up on the beam, okay?
I don't hear him now at all.
If that's you, Art, I just lost you. I don't know what happened. Yes, that's a lot better, Art. You dropped into the mud there. A little bit more audio, please. See if Chuck can pick you up.
VE3KCI, VA3CJZ. Can you hear me there, Art? All right, very good. I can hear you too, but like Larry was saying, it is noisy. So we'll try and listen carefully. I've got my headphones on. So anyways, how are you? How have you been there, my friend? Oh, Larry, I'm sorry. Could you relay? I can't make it out.
Yeah, repeat that again, Art, please. What is? You got the flu.
Oh, the flu. Oh, that's not good. Oh, well, that's not good there, Art. Geez, didn't you have that like a couple of months ago, you thought? Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. And, geez, take care of yourself. Chicken soup, orange juice, and lots of rest. Stay warm. Yeah, I hear you. Okay there, Art. Well, we've got you logged into the book there. Anything else before we move along? Yes, sir. You and me both waiting for warmer temperatures. That was just a little taste. And yeah, hopefully it won't drag out like it has before. Geez, I planted something, what was it, last year? And almost killed it. We had frost in late in May, believe it or not, right near the May 24 weekend, a few days before, actually. And yeah, so hopefully it'll warm up there, Art. Okay, sir, thanks for stopping in, and we'll get back around to you shortly. All right, very good there, Art. And you too, stay safe, my friend. Okay, we're going to drop, and I'm going to switch over to the omnidirectional antenna, and we're going to send it back to Larry there and ask him about his day.
Okay, Art, we'll pick you up in the next round, okay? Okay, just waiting for Chuck to switch back over his antennas there, Art. So we'll catch you shortly.
Okay, Larry, go ahead, sir.
Oh, okay. Didn't know if you were done, and that's all. Okay, good enough. What's been going on? Well, better than last week. kind of did a sidestep with my right foot, and by the end of Wednesday night, I was walking around here, or barely walking around here, with a cane. I ended up laying on the couch after taking some extra strength Tylenols, but I just barely rolled it, but it was enough just to aggravate it. And like I said, by noon it was sore, and by 5 o'clock it was like I can barely walk around the house. So I just relaxed on the couch and didn't do too much of anything. Matter of fact, I fell asleep. I guess the Tylenols kind of kicked in and helped out.
Yes. That's one of the side effects. I tend to fall asleep there after a little while. Well, yeah, sometimes it doesn't take much there, my friend. I've had twists and whatnot that have lasted for, given me, issues for many weeks before it got better. So hopefully yours will heal up quick there, Larry.
I'm done. It's over. No problem. By Friday afternoon, it felt great. Saturday, no problem. Walk around normal again. So I don't know. Just I guess it's old age, Chuck. Just old age.
Yeah. Some people say, oh, old age is a mindset. Well, it's also a body set when your body's telling you, you can't do that today. So, but anyways, we all have our good days and our not so good days. So very good then, Larry. Anything else new and exciting? Oh, the 10-second question. Have you gotten a shot, and are you going to?
Not as of yet, and yes, we are going to. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to get a hold of the doctor and see what's going on, whether they're actually doing it in the office or not. So, other than that, no, I'm going to order up. I got a spot. I got to get some. I want to get some more RG2. I haven't used it before, but I'm going to pick up some RG213. Get a couple hundred feet of that, and I got to get some more LMR 400. So I'll place an order for that probably tomorrow. Just been tinkering around, really. I haven't done, well, actually the weather's been great. I don't know about you. We hit 70 degrees up here this afternoon, and we're down to 47 right now. So it was quite a drastic drop in it, Chuck. So anyways, yeah, well, we'll be here listening along. I'm going to say a lot better than last week, so I'll let you pick up some more people. I'm sure there's some in there. And we'll take a standby, VE3LBI.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm looking at my Amazon Echo device here, and it's showing me 42 degrees here, Larry. So that's a difference of 5 degrees Fahrenheit. And it didn't get as warm as they said it would here. I think we got to like 50 something. But yeah, 56, I think. All right, very good, Larry. You going to be around for a little bit?
Oh, yeah. No, we're going to stick around. Like I say, I'm good to go this week. Last week was rough. So I just kind of, matter of fact, I think I checked in late, and that was it. They all went up to bed.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, very good then. Glad to hear it. Okay, this is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. We are streaming live on YouTube. Just put in my call sign in the YouTube search box, VA3CJZ, and look for the live button. And so we shall start taking more check-ins. This is VA3CJZ taking check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Bravo Uniform, file.
That was a perfect double. Let's try it again.
Victor Alpha 3, Indy Mike Whiskey.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Bravo Uniform, mobile.
V3XKV.
Okay, I've picked up 3 stations there. IMW, CBU, and XKV. Let's take the mobile first, please. VA3 Charlie Bravo Uniform. Brad, good evening, sir. Welcome.
Hey, Chuck. Good to hear you tonight. I haven't been around for a while. Been busy. We're mobile tonight in the wife's Jeep, and we're may lose you soon, so just thought I'd put a bean in the pot and say hello. Good to hear from the group, and I'll be listening. 73.
Okay, Brad, very good. Yeah, listen for as long as you can, I guess. I don't know which direction you're going there, sir, but yeah, thanks for taking the time out to put a bean in the pot, sir. Thank you very much. Before you go, are you getting a shot, or have you gotten one?
Haven't got one yet, but planning on it as soon as I am eligible.
Copy that. Okay, Brad. Well, great signal on you there. You're hitting the full scale mark and good audio. But I'm sure your signal will change. So, thanks again for stopping in. VA3 Charlie Bravo uniform. Let's go up to Mac now. VA3 IMW. Good evening, Mac. Welcome.
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on frequency. Glad to hear that you're coming back to topside. Obviously, your procedure was a little bit more invasive than your previous attempts. But anyways, it's one of those necessary evils. Keep moving. Anyways, glad to hear everybody thinking about what they're doing with forward-looking plans for preventative measures towards this virus. So, from my standpoint, I'm kind of on the fence as far as booking a shot. 100% against taking the AstraZeneca. I am not going to be considering a vaccine that is known to have caused blood clotting issues and deaths. So if they want to give that to somebody else, that's all well and good. I see, what was it, Africa that said they were going to suspend export of AstraZeneca? Hey, that's a good news. Keep it for yourself. Yeah, take it all. Take it all.
Yeah, it's really strange. I think that we are in the clinical human trial period for the AstraZeneca. They're still not sure what's going on there. So, yeah, I'm like you. Hit me with a Moderna or Pfizer. I'm good to go. Everyone else is still wondering what the heck's going on. So, yeah, like I mentioned earlier there, my back procedure really hurt me this time. I had a apprentice, or let's just say a younger doctor assisting, which means he did the procedure. And I found out that I could hear him saying, "Oh, use this gauge needle." And the one nurse says, "Yeah, it's a bigger gauge." And he goes, "Yeah, I know." And so when the wife took the bandages off a couple of days later, she said I had like three poke holes where there should have been one. So I got used as a guinea pig, and I'm going to make sure I tell my doctor next time I get it, no more trainees. Sorry. I told him this 2 years ago, and he's been good about it. But now, yeah, so we're going to go back to that.
Yeah, roger that. I know in past years, one of our children, when my wife was in the hospital to give birth, and they had her with a doctor that was training in the maternity ward, she made some bad calls, and I'm so happy that my wife stood up for herself and made her expectations very clear. We ended up making sure the doctor took this intern away, and yeah, why can't they just practice on pin cushions instead of people? Anyways, yeah, as far as the Pfizer or Moderna, I don't see a major problem there. But this is also an RNA vaccine, which is a little bit more intrusive than your normal flu vaccine. So I kind of want to hear 6, 8, 10 months worth of history on the resulting side effects and stuff like that. Because RNA is that's pretty deep into the physiology. So, and as far as the Johnson and Johnson vaccine, it's supposedly only 60 or 70% effective. So there's 2 off the list. Anyways, so I'll consider it, but we'll let the first round of guinea pigs get through it.
Okay, then. Very good. All right, Mac, thanks for sharing that with us. I assume you'll be sticking around, hopefully. And let's move down to the next person. VE3XKV, Bob. Good evening, Bob. Welcome. You're early tonight.
Well, good evening, Chuck, and everybody on the net. I suppose I'm early. I usually up around 9:30, I guess. But the wife and I were watching a program on TV there at 8 o'clock, and she mentioned to me that tonight was net night. So I thought I'd get on a little earlier, Chuck.
Oh, well, thank you, Janice. Mrs. XKV. So how you been there, Bob?
I've been doing really well, considering. Been out feeling good. The wife's got me doing the honey-do list, so it's springtime, Chuck.
Oh, yes. Yes, I know. And this weekend, our daughter is moving back from Welland back home, so that should be interesting.
Oh, well, you got to keep. Is she going to be working?
Who knows? Not at the moment, but she's looking.
Yeah. Well, it's a crazy world we're living in, Chuck, and well, anybody that thinks that if things are going to get back to normal, that's wishful thinking. I think this is going to be the norm from now on. Yeah. We're going to be told what to do.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they started saying next year you're going to need another booster shot, or you know what I mean. This vaccine thing, it's not over yet.
No, I don't think so either. I know it's just and this double masking thing. I didn't think that was they were doing that up here, but I was just talking to a gal up at the Walmart store, and she was double masked. I says, I asked her about it. She says, "Yeah, it's mandatory for us. Anybody that's dealing with the public."
Oh, geez. Twice as difficult to breathe through. Isn't that nice, eh?
Well, my wife's a nurse, as you know, and she did some testing with the oxygen content, like with the monitor, the oxygen monitor, and like she normally up around 99, and when she was wearing this mask, it was down to 97. The oxygen content in her blood. So it does have an effect. I get a kick out of seeing these videos of people running with a mask on. It's hard to believe.
Yeah, never mind. I think I've seen some sports people wearing them. Yeah, that can't be good for you.
Well, definitely not. But anyway, it's. I suppose we're going to have to get used to it because I can't see any change. But anyway, Chuck, I don't want to talk about COVID now. It's every day. So I guess I started it myself, didn't I? It's hard not to. It's everywhere.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Indeed. All right there, Bob. Well, thanks for stopping in. Much appreciated, sir. Are you getting a shot before we get off the subject?
I haven't even thought about it, Chuck. I'm isolated. You know, the wife and I go out shopping, and I'm retired. Do I need it? Uh, I'm not. Well, I might. You know, like I might have to do. I might have to take a shot because if the Royal opens up um, in the fall, there, you know, it might probably more than likely the conditions are of employment are that you take the shot. I think that's the next thing coming.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be stamped on your passport there, Bob. Your COVID-19 passport. Everybody's going to get one. Okay, Bob. Well, thanks for stopping in again, sir. Hopefully you'll stick around, and we'll talk to you in a bit. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Taking check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta.
Good evening, R.E.G. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Welcome.
Yeah, good topping, COVID-19. What else can we talk about? Yeah, COVID-19 is going to stay with us as far as I'm concerned, just like influenza. And actually, what I'm doing, I'm testing two antennas. Right now I'm talking on the Discord because that's what I have hooked up. And I have another radio, and that's the same ICOM radio, and that's on the beam. The beam is pointing up to the CN Tower area. So I can give you guys, just turned on, I was checking into the Toronto ARESnet, so I just turned on and when Mark was talking. And on the Discord, on the omnidirectional antenna, I can hear Mark with an S7 on the beam, which one is pointing up to the CN Tower. I'm not hearing him at all. And Chuck, your signal is coming in on the beam. The omnidirectional with an S15, and on the omnidirectional with an S9. And Bob was coming in with an S7, just like Mark, on the omnidirectional and nothing on the beam. So, it's quite interesting. And looks like the omnidirectional antenna is more feasible for me to use than the beam. The beam is good when I talk to the guys in Toronto. Other than that, not really. And you guys talking about if anybody's going to get the shot or not. I am not going to get the shot. I know they are going to force me. How they're going to do that is oh no, sir, this is not mandatory. But if you want to work for us, you have to have a shot.
Yeah.
Now, lots of people are going to end up on unemployment and whatnot, ODSP, welfare, whatnot. Guess what? They're going to say, if you want to be on welfare, then you're going to have the shot. Otherwise, we can't pay you. So basically, it is not going to be mandatory to take the shot, but you're not going to take any money from the government. You see, that's how they're going to sell it to you. Back to you, Chuck.
Yes, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense there, R.E.G. You want this? Well, you need the shot. You want to work? You need the shot. So yeah, they're gonna squeeze it. They're gonna squeeze it so that people have to get it there. There's gonna be not too many people that won't.
Well, exactly same thing happened with the credit cards. Now, can you live without a credit card these days? You can't order anything from if you have no bank account, for example. Everybody has to have the bank account. You have to pay fees to the bank, right? And if somebody is a little bit stubborn and he says, "Hey, I'm not going to get a bank account," and I'm not going to open a bank card, and I'm not going to use my debit card over the internet and whatnot. So technically, um, you cannot travel. If you, for example, you went to a bankruptcy and they revoked your credit card, and you don't have a credit card anymore, you cannot travel anymore because you cannot buy an airplane ticket. You cannot check into a hotel without a credit card. You cannot rent a car. So you see, that's how it's happening. They're forcing people, and if you have a bad credit, you are going to be an outlaw in the society, and that's basically part of the control. And if somebody's taking the question about if I'm going to take the shot, no, I'm not going to take the shot because I don't want to turn into a zombie, as I mentioned on the other net. So as far as I'm concerned, somebody told me, and I believe this fella, and he said, if you take the shot, you become a zombie because nobody ever explained on the movies how does the zombie become a zombie. So because they took the shot. So I don't know. Maybe you know what? Funny because in the movies, in the zombie movies, always they're shooting the zombies, but nobody explains to me where do you get the guns from? Because I'm a Canadian, and I don't have any guns.
Yeah, that's another sensitive issue. But going back to zombies, there, Arpad, the zombies have made the news today again. Apparently, there's your genes after you die uh, come sort of go through a transformation, and they're still alive and kicking for 12 to 24 hours after you die. And they said weird things happen, and they're calling it the zombie gene. Have you heard about that?
No, I do not. But I heard when you die, your hair is still growing. Your beard is going to. So somebody's going to have to shave you before they're going to bury you, I guess. And they have to cut your nails because your nails are still growing. So I guess your body is still there until there's nutrition in your body. And what was the other thing? Zombies. Actually, the zombies are in the Bible, isn't it? If you read the Bible, it says something like a real. How do they call that, Kathy? When the people are going to be no, it's not reincarnation. In the Bible, when you come back, when you die, then God is going to take you, whatever. So, anyways, I'm talking to the wife in the background. But anyways, what I'm saying is. Somebody dies, becomes a zombie. Becomes a dead person. Then the God is going to say, "No, you're coming with me." So this guy is going to climb out from the resurrected. Yeah, that's right. That's what Kati just said. Sorry about that. But anyways, now would that be that person? Would that be a zombie according to the Bible?
I don't know. That's very interesting, Arpad. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to. That's what I'm going to do because I have to do a research about that, and maybe Sunday I'm going to go to the church and talk to the priest, and I'm going to ask him this question. When these people who died, and now what's going to happen with the people who had been cremated? What's going to happen with their bodies?
Well, yeah, that's just it. That's what a lot of people are doing now too, because of COVID. They're choosing to have cremation. But anyways, we could talk about this all night.
Roger that. Yeah, I just want to keep you guys going a little bit here. And I heard 3 stations, and all 3 of you guys were coming in just fine on this antenna, and the other one not really. Okay, back to you, Chuck.
Okay, Arpad, thank you very much for all that information, and thank you for checking in. Much appreciated, sir. Okay, well, let's see who else is out there and wants to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and I'm located in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. Any new check-ins, please come now.
Victor Echo 3, OAB, on top of the escarpment.
All right. Victor Echo 3, Oscar Alpha Bravo. Phil on top of the escarpment. Good evening, Phil. How are you?
Kind of wet up here. I guess it's dry down below the escarpment.
Well, it's dark out, and even if I looked out my window, unless it's raining really hard, I wouldn't be able to see it. But I did see a few drops hitting the pavement there just before the net started, but who knows? It could be localized. So it's a little wee bit wet up there, is it?
Yeah, yes, we got a little dewy up here.
Well, that's okay. Better than snow.
Yeah, but you can't make snow, people, without snow. With rain, all you do is get all wet and damp.
Oh, that's okay. I'll take rain over snow any day. That's for sure. I'm definitely a warm climate person. It's got to be hardwired into me. My father's the same way. So, yeah, I wouldn't do great up north. I mean, of course, I'd have to, if, to survive, but wouldn't be my choice.
Oh, yes, that's quite true. Until you need supplies up there, and the only way of getting them in is by
Okay.
snow road.
Yeah, or road, yeah, or ice roads on top of water. Some communities do not have that luxury. Once the ice melts, the ice roads have to close up, and the only way in is by either helicopter or by boat, or so it's a little easier for them that way.
Yes, that's quite true. It is a lot better when they are able to get their supplies in. It makes them 10 times happier than wondering when the supplies are going to come in.
Yeah, and I forget what I saw on television, but they showed someplace up north. I'm talking like the Arctic Circle. Could have been $29 for a case of bottled water.
Yes, I think I saw a price up there for a loaf of bread like $8.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, how have you been there, Phil? Anything new and exciting? Have you what you been up to?
What have I been up to? Well, let's see. I haven't been working on the system yet, but I have been looking at different types of aerials for TV, and I think I'm going to be putting up a log periodic for TV.
Oh, yes, I know. I'm going crazy with the amount of money we spend on television. It's crazy. Plus, you can get all that stuff through the internet. So why have both? But I have to convince the boss, right?
Yes, and I don't know if the boss listened to the budget today from TO, but I think when she hears the numbers, she's not going to be too happy about them.
Yeah. So, have you gotten a shot, and are you planning to get one?
No, I haven't gotten a shot yet, but I went to my doctor, and there's a number and a website I can go to set up the time. But what I'm worried about is that I'm going to be on either the phone or the internet for at least, I'm figuring an hour either way.
Yeah. the dreaded having to phone a government phone number. It's always has been red tape, meaning you got to wait and wait and wait. So yeah, I'm gonna have to call in a couple of weeks. I just had some minor back surgery there, Phil, and the doctor told me to wait to get my vaccine shot because he gave me steroids, and he's not sure how that would react to it. So he said to wait a couple of weeks. So that's where I am on that.
Right, I understand that. And when you get the first shot, are you going to be one of those that are going to be stuck out like 2-3 months or maybe 4 months before you get your second one?
Yeah, see, that's just crazy. I'd rather wait till things calm down a bit and we start getting steady supplies and get the shot when you're supposed to. This 4 months is just, Canada is almost at the back of the line when it comes to this COVID-19 there. We're behind all other developed nations. We're at the very back. So, yeah, not much confidence in our government right now, Phil.
Yeah, well, I can understand them wanting to get as many people vaccinated as possible, but still, what I'm afraid of is because this virus is changing, that the same thing might happen with this that happened with penicillin.
Yeah, getting immune to these vaccines that be resistant, as they call it. Okay, Phil. Well, that was my 10-second question that I like to ask everybody. If you're going to stick around, we'll move along.
Okay, go ahead. I was listening to 10 meters last night, and I heard her out in the West End on my receiver.
You heard what? Who?
I can't think of her name. She's out in the West End of Hamilton.
Oh, Deb. VA3OYL.
Roger.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, she put up a wire antenna there, and yeah, I can't wait to talk to her about that. She might come on the net there. You never know.
Okay, continue on. I'll stand by.
All right, Phil. Thank you for stopping in. VE3OAB. And before we move along, on this day in 1932, oh, Phil, you might remember. I'm just kidding. The first U.S. radio broadcast from a moving train. It was a lady named Belle Baker with WABC from Maryland. 1932, first U.S. radio broadcast from a moving train. And also on this day in 1944 was the Great Escape happened on this day. You know, the movie that pretty much everyone has seen? Well, it says here in 1944 on this day, 76 Allied officers escaped Stalag Luft 3. So another famous day in history. And with that, let's move along and see if anybody else would like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm in East Hamilton. Taking your check-ins. Please come now.
VA3OYL.
V3FNI.
There we go. I copy VA3OYL and VE3FNI. I can hear you, Sean. Okay, just stand by. Let's go to Deb, VA3OYL. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening. It was a nice day today for the most part. I had some deck time when the sun was out, so that was nice. Took the dog for a walk early tonight to miss the rain, and we did miss the rain, so I'm sure the dog's happy. I know I'm happy. Not much going on this week. I was I checked into Rick's 80-meter net on Monday and his 10-meter net on Monday. So I was making the rounds.
Oh, yeah. I was kind of listening in there. I was still feeling a bit under the weather on Monday, so I listened but did not transmit. So, yeah, well, apparently it's wet where Phil is, VE30AB. He said it was raining up on the hill over his house. So maybe there's just a dark cloud over Phil's house.
Yeah, I haven't looked outside, so I don't know if it's raining. I took the dog for a walk just before the net, so I got back like at 10:02, and it hadn't rained yet, and there were still some clear skies. The clouds were rolling in, though.
Yeah, well, clouds are okay. And then sometimes they say it's going to rain, and all we get is clouds. So tell us about Phil was just talking to us about he heard you somewhere on the band there on maybe on 80 meters. I'm not sure. Are you there, Phil?
Roger, it was 10 meters.
Ah, there we go. I guess he heard you on Rick's net there on 10 meters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was on the IMAX antenna, and yeah, I could hear everyone pretty good. I'm pretty happy with my 80-meter antenna. Of course, it'd be better if it was up higher. It's only up like 15 feet or so, but I can hear well. I was listening to the Sandbox nets tonight, so now I just got to get my mind wrapped around that. Oh yeah, I can talk on 80 meters now, so I better get in that radio room and turn it on.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good. My goodness, Deb, an IMAX. What, you got an antenna farm going on over there, don't you?
You have IMAX. It's not mounted to. It's just on a tripod on the ground, so it's, while they're on a pipe, not too far off the ground. Then I have my dual band 2-meter 440 antenna, vertical, and then the wire antenna. I want to put up one more wire antenna for was it 15 or 20 meters? I can't remember which band I want it for, but I'll look around. And there's some bands that the doublet doesn't receive as well on, so I'll just throw up another little wire antenna to make up for that.
Oh, okay. Very good. Yeah, just throw up a G5RV Junior. They're pretty short.
Yeah, I could do that. I kind of like the balanced antenna, just for stray RF and stuff. But and the way I like to where I bring it in the house and stuff, it's convenient for me to have it that way.
Okay. Very good then. All right. Well, you're just almost like the rest of us there with multiple antennas. Very good, Deb. Glad to hear it. All right. The 10-second question is: have you gotten a shot, and are you planning on getting one?
I haven't gotten a shot yet. I don't think I ever will, just because of the delays, but I do want one. I'm kind of hoping that the doctor's office will magically call me one day and say, "Oh, let's book you an appointment." Yeah, it's kind of worrisome with the news out of Europe that they're going to stop exporting vaccines, maybe. So for a while or whatever they're going to do, it might affect us. Who knows? It's just a big crapshoot.
Yeah, you got that right. Big crapshoot. All right then, Deb. Well, okay. Thanks for answering that for us, and hopefully you're going to stick around a little bit, and we'll talk to you next round. Let's go now to VE3 FNI.
Hi, Chuck. It's Sean. I can't pick you up through R.E.G or anyone else, but just wondering for the YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, having a little bit of difficulty picking us up, eh? All right then. Follow us along on YouTube. Thanks for checking in. Everything okay with you there, Sean?
Probably best you leave a comment on YouTube because it's the bully and me trying to break it down to become bully.
Okay. All right then. Well, thanks for checking in, Sean. Much appreciated, sir. I've got you coming in here at S2 with some static with your audio. But yeah, I hope you stick around with us on the YouTube stream. We are streaming live on YouTube for those of you listening. Just punch in my call sign in the YouTube search box, VA3CJZ, and look for the live button. We are there. Okay, Sean, thank you very much for checking in. Let's see who else is out there would like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ taking your check-ins. Please come now.
Contact.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I just want to check back with Sean. It's VA3IMW. How much power are you pushing tonight?
How much?
Okay, so I've got you 15 over station to station. So I'm not sure why you're having a hard time picking up Chuck. Are you receiving me through Simplex, or are you still monitoring for station activity through YouTube?
Well, sorry, I can hear you. Can you give me another transmission back?
543212345.
I can pick you up. I can make you up perfectly. Let's try Chuck again, actually. If Chuck can give another transmission.
Yeah, here we are. Thing is, my other radio is stronger. You could probably hear me on that one. It does 80 watts, but I don't have the plug for the microphone for the foot switch, and so I decided not to use that radio for the net for the time being. But eventually, we will get a plug for it, and you'll be able to hear us a little bit better. And don't forget, Mac is about 400 feet taller than me. So he's got a bit of height advantage there.
Who said size matters? Oh, oops, sorry.
Okay, so I can copy back just fine, but I got 0 on Chuck. Anyway, so I'm going to remove myself from it, and I'll just strictly monitor. And if the phone is, then I'll just listen. That's fine. Anyway,
Okay, very good, Sean. I did copy that. And thank you for joining us. And hopefully conditions will be better next week. So with that, we'll continue on and see if anyone else would like to join us. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now.
you guys doubled up really bad. VE3ROR.
Okay, I copy VE3ROR. Was that you that doubled with me there, Rob?
It was me.
Oh, it was only Mac. That's okay. Okay, well, let's say hello to Rob, VE3ROR. Good evening, Rob, and welcome.
Good evening, Chuck, and good evening to everyone on the net. Just popping in to say hello, and I heard Deb mention the threat to the vaccine supply from the European Union, and had I not heard her mention it, I wouldn't have known about it. So I just checked it on the CBC website and see what that nonsense is all about. But anyway, we won't get into that. Nothing much else going on. Apparently, we're supposed to have thunderstorms tonight, but I don't know what the probability of that is. Sometime between 10 and 11 o'clock. So something to think about. Maybe unplugging season is just around the corner there, Chuck.
Yes, sir. I know what you mean. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, you're coming in great tonight there, Rob. Full strength, great audio. And geez, it's 9:03 p.m. there. I'm not sure if the rain can hold off until I take the trash to the curb. That would be just fabulous. So, Rob, are you getting the? This is a 10-second question. Are you getting the vaccine, or have you gotten it?
I haven't gotten it, and I will be getting it whenever it's available to me. That's my plan. My sister, my brother-in-law in Quebec have received it already. I know some hands here that have already received it. I'm sure you know some too. And in Quebec, they're already vaccinating the 60 and overs. So they seem to have their vaccination campaign under control. I won't take it any farther than that. But anyway, so that's my plan.
Oh, okay. Very good. Yeah, and Quebec's got really low counts too. Well under 1,000. I think they're at 700 compared to our 1,500. So their curfew is working, and they're doing well. Good for them. As far as this AstraZeneca now, that comes out of India, and so I guess we're going to have to rely on the other brands to keep us afloat until more comes in, and even that's probably going to fluctuate too. So I'm not putting much stock into availability. I had the opportunity to get or to register for one a couple of weeks ago when they announced 60 to 65, but I said no because I had minor back surgery this Friday, and so they told me to wait a couple of weeks, and so by then, who knows? The whole world might say, "Oh no, it turns out these vaccines are no good." You never know.
I doubt that. I think there's a number of them, and at least the two of them so far as we know are good.
Yeah.
Moderna and Pfizer. I know there's been some question about the AstraZeneca, about clotting and stuff like that, but I think that's a lot of media hype there. I don't know. It's really hard to say what that's all about. But you can't believe everything you read in the news. You know that, Chuck, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, like I said before, the AstraZeneca is coming from India, and now they're cutting us off because they need it for their population. So it's a very fluid situation. Anyhow, Rob, any radio related news for you?
No, nothing much. I haven't been really doing a lot of radio, but I have been enjoying the warm weather and starting to get the garden in order and stuff like that, putting some fertilizer down, that kind of thing. And that's about it. Can't say I've been doing a lot of radio, but that'll change once all the yard work and all the initial spring push and cleanup and all that stuff is done, like everybody else does. I'll have more time. Anyway, I won't keep it. I can only stay for this check-in. I don't know if there's going to be another round or not, but I just thought I'd check in and say hello and have everybody have a good night. Chuck, keep doing the great job that you're doing. The net sounds excellent. E3ROR.
Okay, Rob, thank you. And thank you for taking the time out to stop by and saying hello. Look forward to chatting with you again soon. Okay, VE3ROR. Let's see, before we go to the top of the list, does anyone else like to check in the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ. Please come now. All right. Well, let's just take a peek and see if Garnett is still with us. VE3GNP, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, Chuck. Good net. This is probably my last yarn. I got stuff I got to do. So I'm going to say 73 after this yarn. VE3GNP. I got just bits and pieces I got to get done here before I go to bed.
Gotcha. Okay, well, thanks for hanging in there, and you have a great rest of the evening. We'll talk to you again soon. Let's see if Pierre is still with us, VE3BMO. We'll give it a shot. All right, didn't think so. Let's go to Flynn, VE3 Fox Juliet. Okay, nothing heard. VA3 Alpha X-Ray Juliet. Rick, are you there? Okay, nothing heard. Before we move along, we have some more news on this day in history. In 1944, on this day, an RAF rear gunner survives a jump from his Lancaster bomber. You all know the Lancaster. 18,000 feet over Germany without a parachute. His fall is broken by pine trees and soft snow. Suffers only a sprained leg. How lucky is that? Okay, with that, let's go to Larry, and maybe he can give Art a shout there. VE3LBI. Larry, you there?
Yeah, we're in here. Art, are you still in there, KCI? Still there, Chuck. Did you want to try them on the beam?
Sure thing. We've already switched over there. You still with us there, Art?
Oh my God, there is a
Okay, yeah, well, I can hear you. It's still a little bit scratchy with your audio. So if you can speak closer to the mic there, I'll be able to pick you up a little bit better. And how have you been picking up the rest of the people there tonight so far?
Well, I can finally hear you in over here, and most of the people down that way, I have not been able to hear at all. I'm pretty sure I heard Kevin there, and yeah, I hope your little message are feeling better.
Yeah, definitely feeling much better, for sure. And I wish for you to feel better soon there, my friend. What was I going to say? Yeah, I understand somebody is working on your antenna situation there. And when we get to Mac, maybe he can fill us in on how that's progressing there. So sorry you can't hear too many people there, Art, but I thought I'd give you a shout in there anyway and see how you're making out.
Window or something like that. People gotta realize I've only got one window over here, my reading room, and this morning was hospital, like it was, and the only position I have.
Yeah, I understand that, but maybe a different antenna might help you out a little bit there. So we'll see. We'll see what Mac has to say there.
Maybe you can tap the window over here. The radio up to the point. Maybe we can get better results.
Yeah. Well, we all work with what we've got and make the best of whatever situation we're in, and that applies for a wide variety of things. So, same thing with amateur radio there, Art. When you're on Simplex, that's how it goes.
Yeah, and thank goodness for Simplex and being on the network here. It's one big happy family, and we try to get along as best as we can. We care about each and every one, and just like I do too. And everybody, I'm going to call it 73. And everybody have yourself a great week, and don't overdo yourself. And remember, Chuck, maybe put those 10 up a little bit higher.
Yeah, still working on that. Okay, Art, thanks again, sir, for sticking around and for the second round there. And I hope to hear you feeling better next week. So take care. And don't be shy. If you can hear us during the daytime, key up. You never know. Somebody will get back to you. Okay, Art, VE3 Kilo Charlie India. Thank you very much, sir. And have a great night. I will drop and then switch back over to the Omni.
Give my best out there to Deb there too.
Give your best to who?
Deb.
Oh, Deb, yeah. She could probably hear you fine.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Hope you're feeling better soon, and have yourself a good night.
Okay, Art, she said she can hear you, and have a great night. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, take care for a week here.
Okay, then. VE3 Kilo Charlie India. VA3 CJZ dropping and switching over to Omni.
VE3 Kilo Charlie India. We'll talk to you again. Good night. Delta, everyone. Bye.
All right, very good then. That was Art, VE3 Kilo Charlie India. All right, let's throw it back to Larry, VE3 LBI.
Yep, we're just carrying along here. I have a question. Maybe somebody can fill me in. This, I guess it's a I don't know if it's a contest or whatever it is. Last Man Standing. Does anybody know what it's about, or do you know what it's about, Chuck?
I heard it on the air today. There were 3 stations, I think, on 20 or 40, 20, I think. And they had these, a slash with a number at the end of their call. I do not know what it is.
Apparently it's a show. I've never seen it because I'm not a TV watcher, but it has something to do with the show. I'm not familiar with it. I was more curious. Actually, Kevin sent me some information on it, and I don't know too much about it, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, same here. I usually concentrate on the bigger contests like the one coming up this weekend. It's the, let's get it up here. That is the CQ Worldwide WPX contest for sideband. And that starts on Friday at 8 o'clock, running for 2 days, 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock Sunday. And that is for the single sideband, 10 meter, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160. So all of you out there who have HF capabilities, that'll be a contest there that's going to jam the airwaves this weekend for sure. It is a worldwide contest.
Yep. Okay. No, interesting. I guess. Like I said, I don't know too much about it, but anyways, okay. No, just kind of following along here. Really nothing more to add. Like I said, a little bit of antenna work coming up. I had to fix up a one-to-one bell or a line insulator, whatever you want to call it. I had no way to hang it up there, but I managed to put the hook on it. So Once everything gets straightened away and the weather gets a little bit better, then we'll get that all in line. I'm going to change the coax from one antenna to the other.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm also waiting for the weather to go through its next cool cycle. And then when it warms up again, my back will be feeling better, and I'll be able to go up on the ladder there and make an adjustment on the one of my legs on the G5 RV there. So get it off from hanging on the corner of the house.
Yeah, I guess I must have lucked out with my back when they had my my surgery, because mine doesn't bother me anymore, thank God. But yeah, mine completely cleared up, and don't even have a twinge from it anymore.
Oh, you're lucky. I envy you there, Larry, for sure. Okay, then. We'll try and keep this moving along there. Anything else?
No, go ahead, carry on. Yep, let her roll.
All right. Well, let's do that then. Thank you, Larry, VE3LBI. Now let's slip down to Mac, VA3IMW. Maybe he can fill us in on that ART antenna project.
DBI in a bucket. Yep. So Amazon Claus came through and delivered the ham stick on Saturday last week, and it's supposed to provide 2.3 dB gain on 2 meters and 3 point something whatever on the 70 centimeter side. I dropped that off with Paul earlier this week, and I kind of get the idea that he's recovering from his COVID shot. So once he gets over his zombie syndrome, he has a couple of bits and pieces to put together, and then obviously we'll look for an opportunity to get that dropped off with Art. Hopefully making sure that he's not sick and nobody else is sick, and we'll do all the right things. But yeah, this is hopefully a step in the right direction, over and above a zero gain mag mount antenna that's stuck to his heater vent over top of a window. And I'm hoping for good things. I was really amazed at how short this thing was. It's like, I don't know, it's not even 2 feet long. But if this works, maybe that's the way of the future. Maybe this 22-foot antenna on the top of my roof, I could have got away with a shorty. Who knows? But we're still going to push forward. Anyways, Chuck, did you hear how Paul is doing tonight?
I overheard him saying he felt like a bag of crap on the radio there earlier, and said he may or may not check in. So I understand how he's feeling. Last time I got a flu shot, just a regular flu shot, day and a half it took me to bounce back from that.
Roger that. Yeah. The day I dropped off that antenna with him, it was the day that he got his shot, and didn't look like it had already hit him, but I heard him on the radio a little earlier today, and he sounded like somebody let the air out of his balloon. So, yeah, we'll let him come back on top. Do you know which version of the vaccine he got?
No, sir, I do not. Yeah, I'm curious that he got his, and I haven't even been called by my doctor yet. And I have diabetes, which puts me in the more vulnerable than the general population. And I'm a year older than him. So, yeah, it's weird. I'm going to call my doctor's office and find out what's going on there, if they're giving any out or what the situation is. I don't know. what kind he got.
Yeah, I can understand that he would have been pushed to the front of the line. He's got somebody in the household that's at risk, so that's a good thing. And obviously, for him to push beyond his initial assumptions that it's not something he wanted to do, it's admirable that he's taken others into consideration over and above himself. So, anyways, kudos to Paul. Last call, Paul. Anyways, yeah, we'll let him get to the point where he can rise above it and figure out where the bucket and the sand and the antenna and the ground plane and all the rest of it comes into play, and then get a delivery / installation schedule organized with Art. And hopefully, even though he's only got one window, this antenna will give him a little bit more gain, and the rest of the world will be able to communicate with him and he with them. Anyways, I'll take a standby. I'll be around here for the final round.
Okay, Mac. Very good then. Yeah, maybe if everybody's feeling up to it on the weekend there, get that done or something. Yeah, I can't wait to see how that works out. I know Rick, VE3 Bravo Kilowatt, set up Art with what he currently has. So I'm not sure if anybody has his phone number, but I think Rick might, because like I said, they have history. So we shall see. Okay, very good, Mac. Thank you for filling us all in on that, and we'll continue on with the net. Let's see if anybody else is out there who'd like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu, taking check-ins. Please come now. Is that Brad, Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Bravo uniform? Okay, Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo uniform. Okay, Tom, a little staticky tonight there, but we got you in there. Good evening. Okay, well, I kind of lost you there. I couldn't make out everything you were saying, but yeah, very light on the signal. But thanks for checking in. Much appreciated, Tom. Look forward to hooking up with you when we can hear you a little bit better.
Contact. Go ahead, contact. Yeah, he's coming in from Burlington. Obviously, he's mobile, but he oh my goodness. I'll take a break. I'll stand by.
Okay. Why? Everything all right?
Yeah, sometimes something goes down the wrong pipe.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we got you in the log there, Tom. Thank you again for checking in via mobile. VE3 Charlie Echo uniform / mobile. Got you in the log there, Tom, and we'll talk to you again. Okay. Anyone else out there like to check in the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3 CJZ taking your check-in. Please come now. All right. Well, let's see if Brad, also in the mobile, is still with us. Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Bravo uniform. Okay. Did not think so. Okay. Before we move along, we have another little tidbit of information on this day. In 1958, Elvis Presley joins the Army. Woohoo! And also on this day, the worst U.S. oil spill in history. In 1989, on this day, the Exxon Valdez spills 11.3 million gallons off of the coast of Alaska. Okay, now with that, let's go to Bob, VE3XKV. Bob, you still there?
Yeah, we're still here, Chuck. But not much to say, though.
No? All right. Well, that's okay. Oh, geez, what I was going to say. Yeah, I can still feel where that training doctor used me as a pincushion. I can feel it. And by golly, I'll be sure to tell my surgeon that next time around, I don't want to be used as a guinea pig there. I'll tell you, Bob, I hate that.
Oh, what, do you have a trainee or something? What exactly was the procedure? Did the surgeon not do it, or somebody else do it?
Yeah, well, I guess they got to give experience to the younger doctors. So while I'm getting prepped, this guy starts walking up towards me, and I'm like, oh, no. Sure enough, he says, I'm Dr. Crinkle. Yes, Dr. Crinkle. And he said, I'll be assisting Dr. Kong. So in other words, he was doing the procedure. And guess what? Halfway through, he had to have help from the doctor to come in and help him do the procedure because he wasn't sure, and he was poking me full of holes. And yeah, I'm not impressed.
Yeah, that's and on the spinal column there, boy, that'd be a touchy situation.
Yeah. Well, they put this thing on my calf because apparently if you hit some kind of nerve, it'll make your leg pulsate, I guess. And there's a nurse that sits on a chair, and every couple of minutes there she asks me, okay, we're going to do the test. Let me know if you feel anything in your leg. And it was always a no, thankfully. But yeah, it's when you're talking spinal cord there, yeah, it's a touchy situation. So I had already told them that I didn't want any trainees working on me about 2 years ago, and that was okay. And now this time around, they surprised me. I could have said no, but when I'm getting prepped next time, I'm definitely going to tell them.
Well, I know these and things can happen. I know when I was having a heart procedure, I woke up in the middle of this procedure, and I was flopping around on the gurney, and I had an opposing reaction to the medicines they were giving me. It actually woke me up instead of putting me to sleep. So things like that can happen.
Yeah, I know. When I was younger, I mean, I remember being in the hospital, and they used to come around with like 3-4, interns or young doctors, right? And you feel like you're on a freak show, Oh, this is so, he's got this and that and this and that, and oh, here, look, lift up and let's have a look. And I thought that would stop once I got older, but I guess not.
Well, they look for stuff. I know the last when I had my surgery, there was a guy next to me, and man, they had more. Every time they come in, they would find something else wrong with them, and he have another monitor on. This poor guy had 4 monitors on him, and he had a feeding tube in it, a PICC line on him. Oh man, it was unbelievable. But they were coming in 6 at a time. Of course, it's a what do they call that? One of those training. Well, It's the Juravinsky up there. It's a training hospital, right? And finally, the guy said, "I've had enough." I said, "I'm in what was it, 3 days?" He says, "I'm going home." And they stopped coming in by the troop, and just one doctor was coming in to see him then.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's bad enough. You're in the hospital, you feel like crap, and then after a while, every little thing irritates you, and yeah, it's a stressful time for sure. But yeah, I guess they have to learn somehow. But why me? Get the next guy.
Well, when you're at a place like Mac or the Juravinsky, that's where all the training is done. So you're more than likely going to get all the trainees.
Yeah, not if I tell them I don't want anybody but my doctor touching me. That's what I'm going to do next time, that's for sure. Anyways, so have you heard if we're getting a warmer weather in the next couple of weeks? I know it's going to cool down for a little bit there, but have you heard anything on the news about it getting warmer down the road or no?
Well, I know tomorrow's going to be the peak, right? It's going to be the warmest day, so I'm looking forward to that. And well, I've seen it snow, in May, so it's just one of those things. We used to call that weather, Chuck. Now they call it. Now it's climate change.
Climate change, yeah.
But we used to call that weather. Like you never expect the same weather all the time, right? So, but now everybody's panicking, and we're all going to get flooded off the planet.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at the weather network here online, and it says by Friday, 100% precip with winds from 45 kilometers an hour to 68, which is the windiest day in the next week. So, yeah, be prepared for that.
Well, I'm always prepared here. Got my generator. I just got myself a battery for the shack, so I don't know how long that will last. If the hydro goes off, the hydro goes off quite often up here, actually. Since I got the generator, 20 years ago, I guess, and I use it every year. Sometimes twice a year. It depends on the weather, what the heck? Hang on here. Somebody whistling into the HF radio there. I must be tuning their antenna. But yeah, so I mean, I've lived out in the country all my life, and had to deal with that, long driveways and cleaning up the snow, and so I'm used to it. I don't call it climate change. I just call it weather, Chuck.
Gotcha. All right then, Bob. Very good then. Okay, well, thanks for filling up some time for us. Much appreciated. And we'll catch you around on the next round here. We'll be coming up to last call soon. Let's see if R.E.G is still with us. VA3 VAD.
Yes, Chuck, I'm here, and thank you very much. Actually, this net is quite good for me because I can see everybody's signal and see who's coming in and with what strength and from what directions and whatnot. So I can tell my beam is not the greatest, and I can hear almost everybody with my omnidirectional antenna. So I guess that's the future. What we're gonna use, omnidirectional antennas. I switched radios as well, just in case one of my radio is deaf, and I switched over to the 746, and then I hooked up the Discon on it, and putting out 100 watt, and seems to be working good. And it's a little bit weaker receiving wise than the 7100, so maybe some of the receiving filters has to be changed on it. We'll see. I have to do some more testing using the same antenna, and I may just gonna do that some days. Order some new filters and throw it in. And you were making some comments about the surgeries, and you don't want any trainees for the surgeries. When I had a gallbladder surgery 25 years ago, I had to sign a form actually to authorize the trainee to work on me. So actually, I did sign it because I figured, they have to learn somehow, sometimes, and there was no issue. It was a gallbladder surgery, and you went to with some history as well, and I can give you some history. My great grandmother passed away. That was in the year 1603. And her name was Queen Elizabeth I, by the way, Queen Elizabeth I.
Yeah.
And after 44 years of rule of England, she was ruling England for 44 years, and then James VI took over. He was the Scottish ascendant of the Queen. So that is my personal history. I love my great grandmother. Go ahead.
Ah, very interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah. I usually like to prepare a little bit of history. There's a web page there that says, all the important things that happened on this day. And I think the website is even called that. It's, I don't have it up here. But it's very interesting. Like, for example, sticking with telecommunications, in 1883 on this day, the very first telephone call between New York and Chicago was made. So that's another little bit of trivia for history, as well as the moving train one. I kind of like that one. First U.S. radio broadcast from a moving train, 1932. Anyways, it fills up the airtime sometimes also.
Yeah, and there's another one here in 1999, the year 1999. NATO started bombing Yugoslavia in March 24. So, I guess today is March 24. Yeah, that was the first day of the destroying the country. And about 10 years later, or 8 years later, I went to Yugoslavia. Which one? They called it Yugoslavia before. Then after that, it's like, I don't know, they split the whole country like 6 pieces or something. And I went to visit them, and 10 years later, the buildings were still in ruins. Bridges were still done, and everything they left the way it was. They never had any money to rebuild the country 10 years later, so quite interesting. And that NATO bombing started in 1999 in that. At that time, they called it Yugoslavia. They have these websites, quite interesting, and everybody should be going through once a while and see, especially on your birthday, to see what happened on your birthday. And when my Mr. Kennedy had been shot in the head at the 1 year before I was born, right on the same day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was 3 years old, and you know what? I remember it. I was with my father in the bathroom, and we were both shaving. I had a plastic razor set, just like my dad's real razor, with the, how you unscrew it and you drop that razor blade in there and then close it back up. Well, I had a plastic one of that, and I remember my dad's reaction hearing about it on the radio in the bathroom there, and I think that's why it stuck in my head all this time.
Yeah, and interestingly, your father was Canadian. It wasn't even the Canadian president who had been killed.
Yeah. What's his name was very loved, Kennedy, by a lot of people there. Okay, Arpad, we're gonna keep it moving along, and I'm gonna say thank you for stopping in there. Anything else before we move along?
No, just maybe if you have a signal report. No, probably I was full scale to your side with both radios. Yeah, I was using 50 watts with the first radio and 100 watt on this one.
Okay. I don't know what it is, but I'm kind of picking up a little bit of noise with that setup you have there. Bring it back one more time.
Okay, I dropped the power down. I'm not sure. Maybe it was, I was overdriving a little bit, down to 50 watts.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was there. I was picking up something when you had it up. Okay, then, Arpad. Thank you again. Hopefully this net, lets you play around with your different radios and antenna, and that's good. That's what we're here for. So, thank you again, Arpad. VA3 VAD. Let's move down to Phil up on the mountain. Let's see if it's still raining up there. VE3 OAB. Okay, let's go to Deb, VA3OYL.
Yeah, I had to run back to the radio. Oh, my allergies have been really bad this year, so I had to go take another allergy pill. So I was doing that, and I heard my name, so I ran back. It was a nice couple days. I managed to get out in the yard and do a little bit of spring cleanup and try and get the leaves and junk away from the fence. We have forest behind the house here, ravine, so I like to kind of keep it clear so we don't have any ticks and stuff for the dog.
Oh, yeah. And is that expensive?
What, to keep it clean?
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear what you were saying there. Can you repeat?
That's okay. I keep the couple feet behind my property, which is a ravine property.
Oh, okay.
And keep it clear of leaves and brush and stuff, so I don't get ticks. So the dog doesn't pick up any ticks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted because my front door camera alerted me that there was movement, which means my wife just came home, I think. Yep. And so I got distracted there. So, oh, that's a smart idea. Yeah. I have some raking to do in the backyard, but those are landmines from the dog that I haven't been able to pick up over the winter, but my back is not yet ready for raking. But sooner or later, I'll have to get her done.
Yeah, I haven't cleaned the leaves off the gardens yet. Still a little early for that. Although it's nice to see a lot of little crocuses and different little flowers poking up through, tulips, and yeah, it's kind of nice. Even my strawberry plants are just starting to show signs of life. They're ever-bearing strawberries, so they're getting ready to do their thing.
Oh, yes, strawberries. I remember at our other house there, we had a nice strawberry patch, and it was getting bigger by the year. The seeds, I guess, get blown around during pollination there, and the strawberry patch got bigger and bigger. We started with like one little bush and put it in the ground, and next thing you know, it's so nice to pick your own strawberries in the backyard. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, and I have 2 rhubarb plants. One does really well, the other one not so well, but that's kind of nice to hack off the old rhubarb and make a rhubarb pie or rhubarb crisp or whatever. And this year I'm planting milkweed, not for a pie or anything, but for the butterflies. So that'll be interesting. I know I'll have to be careful because it'll spread like crazy. But, the butterflies need a little help.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, Deb. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. I know a lot of us do have spring fever already. I know I do. And really looking forward to some warmer weather there and everything that comes along with it. So, okay, Deb, anything else before we move along here?
No, just glad that no one was breaking into your house to rob you. It's just your wife. Okay, back to you.
Yeah. So that's a good thing about having cameras that detect motion there. Okay, Deb, VA3OYL, thank you very much. Let's see if we can get a hold of Sean. Victor Echo 3, Fox November, India. Sean, are you still there? Nothing heard. Let's see if Rob stuck around. VE3ROR.
Too much of a delay.
Oh, copy that. Yeah. So you're still watching. Okay. Right on. Well, maybe next week there we'll try and reduce the latency there. There's a setting that I could change in YouTube, and hopefully we can make it go a little bit faster with the stream. Okay, Sean. Well, thank you very much for checking in. I guess this will be last call for you, sir. I'll say thank you now, and I'll drop, and I'll wait for you to respond.
Okay, only because it's difficult to communicate. We'll go on to the next person, but I am using the chat feature. I don't know if you've noticed the chat feature in YouTube.
Oh, you know what? I've been so busy looking at other things on my computer screen that I didn't get a chance to check that. Okay, right on. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Sean, and maybe next week it'll be better. And I see that Steve is on his way home from work, and hopefully he can make it in there before the 10 o'clock shutdown. I have a funny feeling he's going to make it in time. Okay, very good, Sean. Thank you very much. Yeah, call me from the plane. Very good. Okay, sounds good. All right, then. VE3FNI. Let's go to the last person there. Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo uniform. Tom, are you still there? Okay, nothing heard. Well, before we start last call, let's see if anybody else out there would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, A.R.E.G, week 1436. Any new check-ins, please come now.
VA3NFG.
All right, I hear Steve in there, VA3NFG. Good evening, Steve. You made it with plenty of time to spare.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I've been listening probably since about 20 after 9 or so. Had a couple errands. I had to stop at the store and grab a couple things. But, yeah, you're sounding good on that mic. Nice, crisp, and clear audio. Is that the new mic?
Yeah, well, actually, there's two of them here on the same boom arm. One is a USB mic, which I'm using for the YouTube stream, and the other one's my radio mic. Yeah, it's a newer NEEWER. It's kind of like the word newer, but with two E's instead of one. And yeah, I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, it sounds really good on the stream. Lots of fidelity there in the audio.
Oh, good.
Definitely good quality sounding mic. Very good. Okay. Yep, you're booming in here as usual. 9++ on the radio. And good evening to everybody on net who's still in there. And that's about it, Chuck. We'll pass it back over to you. Maybe we can catch a couple more late check-ins. VA3 NFG.
All right. Yeah. And you're doing fantastic as usual. Full scale and great audio. Okay, Steve, that's VA3 NFG up on the mountain on the edge of the escarpment. Let's see if anybody else is out there who would like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ taking check-ins. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. By the way, Steve, you were check-in number 16 this evening. 16. All right, then. Well, nobody else wants to check in. Let's start last call. I think Garnett did say good night, so we'll skip over him, skip over BMO. Let's see if Flynn is still with us. VE3FJJ. Last call, Flynn.
Hello, Chuck. Sorry I didn't hear you the last time I was out taking the trash out, but yeah, not doing too much over here. Just not doing too much.
All right. Well, I thought you had taken off for the night there. We called for you earlier, but yeah, thanks for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed yourself this evening. It's been great having you on board.
Contact.
Go ahead, contact.
Flynn, it's Larry, VG3LBI. Did you send me something about a meter?
Yes, I did.
Okay, is that a 10, 11, and 12 meter?
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right, I'll keep it in mind. And it's fully functional?
Yes, it is.
All right, not a problem. I'll see if anybody's interested. I'll keep my ears open for you.
I muchly appreciate it. Thank you.
Not a problem. Back over to net control. Thanks, Chuck.
Yeah, not a problem. Also, you could post it on the A.R.E.G Facebook page as well.
Oh, I didn't know that. I will definitely take a look at that a little bit there. Thank you very much for the info, Chuck. And I just wanted to say thank you for having Annette again, and it's been a pleasure.
All right. Well, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you, Flynn. All right. Well, let's see if Rick stuck around for last call. Victor Alpha 3, Alpha X-Ray, Juliet. Last call, Rick. Okay, nothing heard. Well, let's go down to Larry then. VE3LBI. Last call, Larry.
Yep, just actually ran across something about this last man standing, so I was just interested. Oh, by the way, Chuck, did you actually have a chance to look at that thing I sent you about the Sears Roebuck catalog there?
Well, yes, I did. I didn't, scrutinize it, but I did look through it. When I have more time, I'll check it out some more. Thank you for sending that.
Yeah, check out some of the prices. You're going to laugh. Really laugh.
That reminds me, Larry, you know what else I found? What was it, last year? I think it was. I found the old Radio Shack catalogs online.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, a fellow sent me that, and I thought, you know what? You're always like the history stuff, so I thought, I got to send it to you. I think it was 1940, Sears Roebuck, and it was, but the stuff in there is like, it's, like I gotta say, I went through it and looked at some of the pricing, and I was like, I'm laughing at it and looking at it, and like, this is tube stuff. But back then, that would have been big bucks.
Oh, yes, sir. It would be. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Geez, I remember radio equipment in the 70s wasn't cheap by any means. The old realistic radios there.
Yep, no, that's true. I think they had a transceiver in there that was like, I can't remember, it was $400 or something. I'm thinking, wow, that, like today, that's like, well, that's nothing today, right? But I mean, back then, that would have been big bucks. Anyways, okay, listen, I'll pass it back over to you. It's your doing the last call, so I don't know if you're going to stick around, whatever, but we'll probably for a bit. VE3LBI, clear.
Yeah, okay there, Larry. We just have to take a quick break and take the trash out, let the dog out, and I'll come back. Hopefully, PDL is going to feel better tomorrow there. I understand he's a little under the weather after getting his shot today or yesterday, I think. So, yeah, let's hope he bounces back real soon. Okay, that was Larry up on the hill, VE3LBI. Next is Mac, VA3IMW. Last call, Mac.
IMW is I am still here. Sorry to hear that Paul is under the weather, but in fine form nonetheless. Last call for alcohol. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, or something like that. Anyways, thanks for doing it, Chuck. Appreciate it, and always good to get together with this group on Wednesday night, and we'll look forward to it next week. 7-3s, and I'll be listening for the balance.
All right, very good, Mac. And that new antenna of yours is working great. Thanks for sticking around and being part of the group. Okay, that was VA3IMW. Next, let's see if Brad is still around. VA3 Charlie Bravo uniform. Okay, nothing heard. That takes us down to Bob, VE3XKV. Last call, Bob.
Yeah, still here, Chuck. And I just want to say good night to everybody. And hopefully we'll catch. Well, you're on leader anyway, right?
Yes, sir. I shall return after I take the trash out and pause for the cause.
Well, then I'll catch you a little bit later. The 3XKV.
Okay, thanks again, Bob, for checking in. Let's see if R.E.G is still with us. It's last call, R.E.G. VA3 VAD.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chuck. And you know me, I'm always playing with the radios and turn the power down to 3.5 watt, maybe 4 watt or so. Try to use low power now, and hopefully you can hear me full scale anyways. And thank you very much to running the net, and it's right on 10 o'clock. Good timing. And you do have a good night, and we'll talk tomorrow. Appreciate your time, and it was a good radio check for me, so I know which antenna to use next time. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta 73, and good night to everyone.
Okay, R.E.G. Yeah, very good. Glad you were able to experiment and figure out what's working better for you there. Glad to have you aboard, R.E.G. As always, it's you're always fun to talk with. Okay, VA3 VAD. Next is Phil, VE3 OAB. Phil, last call.
Yeah, okay, I'm back. 73s to all. I have a safe and very good weekend to all out there. So VE3 OAB clear.
Okay, Phil, thank you. And maybe next week we'll have some current news about John, VE3JSU, the original founder of this net. Okay, Phil, VE3OAB. Thank you again, sir. Next is Deb, VA3OYL. Last call, Deb.
Okay, first I'd like to say R.E.G, your last transmission, you were 7S units, Earlier on, when you first came on the net, I think you were like 20 or 40 over, something like that. So I could hear you clearly. Anyway, Chuck, good net. Thanks for doing what you do. And we'll catch you next week. I'll say 7-3 to all. And have a good night. VA3 OYL.
Okay, Deb, and thank you for giving our pad a report because I get him here full scale, 0 watts or 100. He's full scale over here, so I'm sure he appreciates that. Okay, Deb, thank you for being part of the group as well. VA3 OYL. Next is Sean, VE3 Fox November India. I'll drop and wait for you to say goodnight to us there, Sean.
Thanks, Chuck. And yeah, nothing else to check in about here. I'm just driving off to the office right now. I got to go reboot a computer, and we'll try you next week. And hopefully, I can maybe get a better antenna to point in your direction. I'm using an Humvee, but anyway, have a great night. 7-3 all.
Okay, Sean. Well, I got you much better that time. A solid S3 with hardly any static at all with your transmission. So it looks like the conditions are a little bit better. All right, Sean, thank you again for being part of this net, and we'll talk to you again soon. That's VE3FNI. Well, the next on the list is Rob, VE3ROR. If you're still there, Rob, last call. Nothing heard. Let's go to VE3 Charlie Echo Uniform. Tom, can you hear me? Okay, last we heard Tom was mobile. All right, last on the list, number 16 is Victor Alpha 3, November Fox Golf. Steve, last call.
Yeah, right on, Chuck. Just worked my 8 hours today. I don't know. What can I say? Just haven't even unwound yet. So I was just waiting for the last call, and then I'll go get myself a bite to eat and whatever else I need, and I will return to this frequency. So, yep, good net. Sorry I wasn't here at 8 o'clock to check in, but what can you do?
Got to work.
Hopefully we'll be off next Wednesday so we can participate for the entire net. Righto. So good night to all on net who's still listening, and we'll catch you next Wednesday or somewhere in between. So we'll say ciao for now. VA3NFG will be clear for a short, but we'll be returning.
Okay, Steve, thank you for taking the time out to check in there before we close up. Much appreciated. Okay, well, let's see if there are any last-minute check-ins for this week's A.R.E.G. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm in East Hamilton, looking for last-minute check-ins for the A.R.E.G. Any check-ins, come now.
VE3EIR.
VE3EIR. Yes, sir, we've got you in there, Donald. Good evening and welcome.
Okay, Chuck. It's been so long that I checked in. I'm really surprised that you remembered my name. So you're right on top of the job there. And I want to check next week because you said that you may have some news about John. So we'll be waiting for next Wednesday. VE3EIR.
Okay, Don. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to give John a call there. Not sure what day, but we'll definitely have some news about John for next week. So thank you for taking the time out to check in there. We're just about wrapping things up, and much appreciated, Don. Your check-in number 17 this week, so we didn't do too badly. Okay, VE3EIR. We'll talk to you again soon. Thank you for checking in. Any other last-minute check-ins for this week's A.R.E.G? Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Well, it's now time to close this evening's A.R.E.G. Tonight marks, like I said, week 1436 that the A.R.E.G has been on the air. That's over 27 years, I believe. I'd like to thank everyone for participating in this week's A.R.E.G, and I look forward to hearing from you again next week. Until then, stay safe, everyone. Have a great rest of the week. This is VA3CJZ saying 7-3 and good night.
Contact.
Go ahead, contact.
Yeah, this is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. I just looked through the window and lightning is coming down in the close area here. So you guys may want to disconnect the antennas or something if you guys are not using it.
Yeah, very good, very good. Thank you for that, RPAD. And before we go, I did hear another station very faintly. Did anyone else pick that station up? Okay, well, I heard VE3TTO. I don't know if he's on OBP repeater or on this frequency. Are you there, Gary? I'm sure I heard a tail end of a repeater there. Okay, well, that's it for me. I'm going QRT for a little bit, and I shall return. VA3CJZ. Thank you. Oh, my God. My God, my God. Oh. Oh.
VE3LBI, we're just got back in. Anybody around? Are you still on there, Mac?
VE3GB.
Hey, Garnett. I'm going to send that off tomorrow to get some quotes for us.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it.
Yeah, just started raining up here. First we've got of it, and got some cloud lightning. It's all high. I see it bouncing around in the clouds.
No, that sounds good.
Well, not coming down. It's staying up. Fine by me.
Yeah, I guess.
Sure, Blade.
No, I don't normally go to baseball at 9:30, 10, but I don't normally on radio this late.
Yeah, so how's that antenna working?
It's working good. He was on the net earlier tonight before you checked in.
What's his call sign?
I can't recall. I did write it down. I can't recall what it was. His first name's Jack, anyway.
What was the first name?
Jack. Liz, you know Rick's call sign?
No, sorry, I don't.
Chuck couldn't know. He was on the net tonight.
Well, Chuck's out doing his thing. Chuck's out doing his Wednesday night thing, so he'll be back shortly.
Yeah, he's doing his manly choice.
Well, I don't think he's doing too much with his back. Probably going to need some help. So how's Larry doing?
Not too bad, Bob. Just filling in some blanks here on a spreadsheet I have. So, yeah, probably just stuck my head outside. We don't have a smoke, and first we've had rain here, and like I said, it's coming down now, and a lot of cloud lightning coming from the west.
Yeah, I haven't got any rain here yet, but there's lots of thunder.
Yeah, but it seems to be up in the up high, like it bounced around in the clouds, eh? I noticed earlier. I don't know, before it got dark. One set of clouds were kind of stable, and there was another set underneath it, blowing underneath them. So they're probably clashing up there now.
Yeah, like lots of noise here, but no rain. Oh, just started, I guess.
You spoke too soon, Bob.
No, I just stepped out. Well, it's just started. So I heard the banging away here, but it's not local. So the lightning isn't anyway. It's more to the east.
Yeah, like I said, well, it's hitting our way from the west side. But excuse me, when I was out there, I was watching it for a bit. Turned the light off in the garage, and was just standing in the garage door looking out for the man door.
I gotta watch these cats here. Can't let them out when they want to go out something awful. It don't matter whether it's raining or not, but there's too many coyotes around here.
Oh, yeah, you bring them in at night, eh? Keep them brown.
Oh, yeah, have to. I had one there, the foxes, too. I had one was sitting on the windowsill here, and that was the little female. But she's a real scrapper. And I had a fox sitting up on the. I heard this squealing one night, just like a woman screaming. And as soon as I rushed outside here, backyard there, and there's this fox. And the floodlights are on, right? He's sitting there right in the middle of this floodlight, and he's just screaming. And I'm looking around, and the cat's about 15, 20 feet away from him. And she's headed towards me. I said, and then another time there, she's sitting on the windowsill, and I seen this orange streak, and she was gone. Right? But I saw the orange streak of the cat, or the fox, through the picture window here. Just seen a flash, eh? And but she got away.
Yeah, they're pretty quick. I know we've got them here, the coyotes, but they're coming from Albion Falls, right? And they don't get over this way too far, or too much, I mean. There's that one stadium over there. They'll wander through that park, and they'll wander up along the mountain brow from Fennel and Mohawk and Fennel area along the brow. But they don't get over our way. We're not that far away from it, but they don't get over this way too close. I haven't seen any foxes over here. Raccoons, obviously. Skunks. Yeah, we got skunks. And I've never seen a possum over here, but like I say, they're all around. I guess like it's time now for I think the coyotes and everything. Isn't it almost brooding time?
Yeah, I hear them howling every night out behind my place here. They just well, they sound like a woman screaming too, eh? But I really got to watch this female cat of mine. If she sneaks up on me, I open the door and she's out like a flash, you know.
Yeah, well, like I say, you leave them out through the day, don't you? And then bring them in at night.
You know, the stuff is like they don't like everything is gone by morning. You know, the foxes, the coyotes, the coons, the possums, the skunks. Everything disappears by morning.
Yeah, so you let the cats out at that time, don't you? In the mornings?
Yeah, they're out all day long. Well, they're in and out all day long. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, right. Food's in the house, so they got to come in to eat, right?
Good evening, gents. V3PDF.
Hey, you feeling better?
A little bit, maybe.
Are you sorry you took that shot?
Well, I don't think my rough feeling is entirely from the shot. I got like some flu symptoms, but it's my stomach that's really beat up right now. So I think I got two different issues occurring at the same time.
Well, which came first, the shot or the issues?
The stomach problem.